Hearty and warm welcome to those of you who are logging in for the first time in this digital avatar of TiCon 2021, TiCon Chandigarh 2021. I must warmly welcome you and thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, for sparing your valuable time. And those of you who are joining us from the first session, which was a fireside chat of Mr. Pramod Bhasin with Mr. Vivek Atre, welcome once more to our second session for the day. Well, you know what they say. If you notice carefully, the history of the world is but a biography of great men and women who did many wonderful things that the world will continue to remember them by, as also many victories which were achieved during their tenures as leaders. And the next guest I am going to make you meet is indeed a person of rarities who has set many records during his tenure with the government. He started his professional career with an international corporate house and shifted to the government sector in 2002 in police. And from there on, he jumped over to the administrative services in 2003. Now, grand keynote addresses need to be delivered by grand personalities. And who better than our next speaker, who has worked at the cutting edge level of governance and dealt with diverse sectors such as education, health, industry, law and order, environment. The list goes on. It's a pretty long one. But I must not steal his time with the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Rajat Agarwal, CEO of Invest Punjab. The dais is all yours, sir. The virtual dais is all yours to take this forward.
Thank you, Niharika. Very kind words from you. I don't know how much of it I deserve, but definitely it's made me very happy and pleased. At the outset, let me inform the audience that I am speaking today on behalf of Ms. Vinny Mahajan, Chief Secretary Punjab. She very much wanted to be there. She has been part of all the previous editions of TiCon, and she was slated to be here today, but she has apologized profusely, and because of some very urgent issues which could not be, kept away, she could not join us today. But I'm sure that this 3-day event of TiCon, all of us together are going to learn a lot, and it is going to be very, very exciting for all of us. And Ms. Vinny Mahajan also would try to join 1 or 2 sessions virtually, if that is possible, over the next 2 or 3 days. So exactly 1 year and 1 month ago, I think last year, 12th or 13th of February, we had the second edition of TiCon here in Chandigarh. An exciting event, exciting times. That time we did not know what is there in store for us and how in the next 1 year our lives are going to be changed was not known to, I think, any of us, or probably most of us. Be it as it may, but I think over the last 1 year, we have made significant progress in Punjab. We have not allowed this time to just slip by. We have been very, very positive in our mindset, in our orientation. We have been very open. And I think the best part is the partnerships that we have made in the last 2 to 3 years with different stakeholders, especially Mr. Pramod Bhasin, TiCon, the startup industry of Punjab and elsewhere, the STPI. I think slowly and slowly now we are inching towards gripping the startup sector and rooting ourselves much better than what we were a few years ago. Since many of you today would be joining us for the first time or may not know Punjab as much as we would like you to do, very briefly, I would just give you a snapshot of the startup ecosystem of this area. We are home to over 400 startups working across different sectors: AI, data analytics, agri-tech, machine learning, food processing, cybersecurity, and so on and so forth. Some of the well-known angel investor networks active here are TI Chandigarh, CAN, the Chandigarh Angels Network, and 10. Startups as a sector has been gathering the attention of the government for quite some time. Our Industrial and Business Development Policy 2017 specifically dealt with startups. And it is not only the fiscal incentives that we have tried to put in there, but also non-fiscal incentive as to how to make the journey of the startups in the state of Punjab easier, scalable, and much more meaningful. So I think the policy very well covers the different nature of fiscal incentives, whether it is in terms of seed capital, whether it is in terms of lease rentals, uh, loans, interest subsidy on loans. And in addition to that, we have all the different requirements of startups in terms of R&D, in terms of copyrights, and marketing tie-ups, and so on and so forth, to be covered for support in our business and industrial development policy. Now, for some time, we had been thinking that the policy in place, the intent of the government is there to invigorate the startup culture here. We are not alien to the startup culture. Punjab and Punjabis have been very, very enterprising. But in the formal setup that startup world today is, I think we had a lot of space to cover. And it was not possible for the government alone to cover it, because startup is an extremely, extremely dynamic activity. It's a very different world. And we require to partner with the right partners, with the right stakeholders, so that we all move in one direction and achieve something, create something which brings a lot of value and a lot of meaning to all of us together here. So yes, we have collaborated with different academic research and development institutions. We have collaborated with different funding agencies, mentorship supports, and so on and so forth. We are very happy to share, we are very pleased that many of our startups have already won international level prizes, and they're doing pretty well. They're scaling up very fast. The ascent is very steep. Our startup MoveFarm, it won a prize from World Bank Group entity in data analytics category of $30,000. That was in 2019, July. A2P Energy Solution, Global Markers Challenge 2019, which was hosted in Russia. $100,000 worth of prize money that they had won. AgNext, of course, is the icing on the cake, and one of the top 5 winners of the Sustainable Ag Asia Challenge in October 2019 in Singapore. And there are many others who are making us proud, and whom we are looking forward to really navigate us through this journey of startups. Over the last 1 year, as I mentioned, that we have tried, the government of Punjab, along with the different stakeholders, have tried to, not let go of this challenging time of COVID. Some fundamental things that were suggested by the startup world, especially when we interacted last year in TiECon, that we have been able to further take it up was, we have started a Punjab Student Entrepreneurship Scheme, which is basically to do with all the educational institutions, the higher education institutions, universities, colleges, and polytechnics. It provides a support for 20% attendance relaxation and 4% grace marks in academic courses for students who are pursuing entrepreneurship and innovation during their studies. It has been received well. We started this in June 2020. All the studies and all the working is by and large online mode. Their students are off campus, but we have got a fairly good response. It has been received well, and we hope that as and when the campuses are going to start, and even now, I think much headway will be achieved by this particular initiative. We have also intended to start a technical mentorship. So what we did was, our policy recognized startups which are registered as a company or as an artificial juristic personality. But for students and for budding people who would not like to incorporate themselves and who are at the ideation stage, there was a gap that we felt. So we started this technical mentorship program, which is supposedly mentoring the people and the students and the innovators from ideation stage and help them navigate their way to further ground up their startups. We had promised last year that we'll start a 100 crore Punjab Startup Fund. It has been started in support with IKG Punjab Technical University. And what's important is 25% of this fund actually has been earmarked, dedicated for women entrepreneurs and for SC and disprivileged section of society. So a promise that we made, a promise that we delivered. We have also promised last year, one of the bottleneck that was indicated was the registration charges and to become a company. And the state government part of the registration charges will be reimbursed by the state of Punjab. So no more expenditure on that on registering a company per se. We also launched ICANN Accelerator program last year, almost 9 months ago in June 2020. It was a 6-week virtual startup acceleration program. 6 startups were selected after intense activity and integration of ideas. 3 of the startups were from Delhi, 1 was from Chandigarh, and 2 were from Punjab. I think that was a brilliant platform for all of them to share their wonderful views and to achieve the acceleration support that was probably required at that very point of time. We are here to learn. I mean, this is a dynamic word. We are taking baby steps, but yes, we are taking them consistently. That's the intention. That's the effort. We have a very young and dynamic team. And the most important part is we have some very, very strong stakeholders who are leading this challenge. So it's not the government of Punjab, it's not the CEO Invest Punjab, or not the state nodal office of Punjab, who probably or who is leading this challenge. It is the people who do it the best and who know it the best. So we started with the Punjab Innovation Mission. Again, it's a very, very innovative step by the government of Punjab in collaboration with Mr. Pramod Bhasin and other stakeholders here. We have the honor of having Mr. Bhasin as the chairman of the Punjab Innovation Mission. And the idea came during our deliberations last year. It was, I think, October 2020 that we thought something like this should come up in Punjab. And now we are in March, less than 5 months during COVID times. We have seen some peaks in between and Christmas holidays also. But yes, the company already stands incorporated. The budgeting is finalized. The government of Punjab is going to give 10% of the corpus, that is 15 crore rupees, along with some other support, and with a guarantee of 20% of principal amount for the first 5 investors. So it's a starting, it's a start. That's where we are moving. The intention is very clear. We would like to collaborate with all who are required to make this startup ecosystem do well in the state of Punjab, in Mohali especially. Mohali is the hub that we are targeting, and the whole idea behind this is we know there is huge potential for startups here. Our technical prowess, otherwise in manufacturing, is huge. We have been interacting with so many startups, so many IT companies, and they say that we have a huge HR contribution from the state of Punjab. I think this is time that we started to speed up on this journey, and with all stakeholders sticking together, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that right intention, positive people, right support, good team, and led by the doyens of the startup world, there would be nothing stopping Mohali. There would be nothing stopping Punjab. And I guarantee all the support from me and my team and the government of Punjab for making this startup ecosystem much more strong and for many, many successful ventures and unicorns coming out of the state of Punjab. Thank you very much.